Welcome to the Teens Explain All podcast. We are live from the Teens Explain All studios here in the Centennial Hills YMCA. We are joined today by some faces that you know and some faces that you may not. We have Ella and Venus and Brady. Brady, you had some surgery this week, huh?
Yeah, and my wisdom teeth out.
How was that experience for you, sir?
Painful. I mean, I got knocked out quick, so I didn't really feel it, but the after effects were worse.
Isn't that what happens in hockey, too?
Get knocked out?
Quick.
True, fair.
I heard there's some videos.
Yes.
We're going to have those videos up for you sometime this week so you can see Brady and all his post-wisdom teeth awesomeness. Also joining us today are our new hosts. You met Zoe last week. Zoe, how are you today?
I'm good.
You have hot takes for us again today? You were filled with them last week.
Oh, no, I'm saving them.
Oh, you're saving those? Okay.
No hot takes today.
All right. Also joining us is Zach. Zach, how's your day going?
No, it's pretty good. I woke up a little late, but that's okay.
I did too, actually. My goal was to be up at 8 this morning. 9 was the time
I didn't
for
sleep.
me. You didn't sleep?
No.
Well, why?
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I just...
She was listening to her favorite song all night.
No.
BTS.
No.
Gross.
Hey, I like their one English song. How do you feel about that one? That's the best one, right?
No.
The K-pop English song?
No.
Yeah. Heard it wins a lot of awards.
Stop. This isn't funny.
And we're also joined by Josh. Josh, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Josh, I hear you play hockey with Brady. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am too.
Luckily I'm not on his line, and I have another team that I also can play for where I don't have to deal with him, but yeah, I do, and he is one of my favorite players to practice with.
And bully.
They make fun of.
What line do you play on, Brady?
Second or third.
Why not first?
I'm not that good.
Oh. How many lines? I know it's about hockey. How many lines are there in hockey? Is there 4? 3?
Four forward lines, 3 defense lines.
Gotcha. All right, guys. Today, we're going to talk about you guys getting in trouble. And some of the worst trouble situations that you guys have found yourselves in. One of the most reoccurring questions that we get from listeners is they want to know the terrible stuff you've done. I don't know why.
Gotta love that.
So we're going to do our best to address that today. So let's start with, we'll keep it basic. Let's start with the most trouble you've gotten in school.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna start with me.
We are going to start with you, Venus.
Okay, there was this one time in 3rd grade where I was playing with my best friend, right? And he had
Pause.
glasses.
3rd grade is the most you've ever gotten in trouble in school?
Or kinder.
Let's go with 3rd grade.
They were both involving fire, but so in 3rd grade I was playing with my best friend, right? And he had glasses, so, and like our grass was dead. And I was like, cool, we could just start a little fire right here. And then all of the grass caught flames, and then the custodian like walked out. But they blamed all the other 3rd graders. Like I was the good kid at the time. Nobody knew. Like I was
So
the
much
teacher's
has
favorite.
changed.
No, because I was the teacher's favorite. Like I still am usually. Like I get on the teacher's good side, and then I can do stuff and not get in trouble. Like that's what I do. It's not a good thing, but that's what I do. And then
Someone call that manipulative.
you know.
But who are we to judge, right?
Right.
Right.
So yeah, that happened, and then the grass caught on fire.
What do you mean the grass caught on fire?
So, you know, like, fields at schools, you know how, like, half of them are dead half the time because people don't take care of the grass?
Or
No,
burn
we have
them.
So I, like, since it was all
Yeah, we
dead,
have turf too.
oh, we had real grass.
Fake grass.
Lucky.
No, I was allergic, so I had to play in the dirt. But,
Where's Venus? In the dirt?
Rolling around in the mud.
but, so I tried to make, like, a little campfire with, like, sticks and stuff in the dirt by the grass. And then I added some of the grass because it was dead. And then all of it.
Now, when you say all of it, so you need to paint the picture. Are we talking like flames on the grass or the dirt pile was smoking? 'Cause those are two different things.
Flames on the grass. Like, it went up, and the custodians and all the teachers were running out with, like, these fire extinguishers. And I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? And then I didn't get in trouble, so that was kind of funny. They were like, it was just the weather. It was.
The weather lit the grass.
Yeah.
I haven't really been in that much trouble at school, but this one time in 6th grade, there was a substitute teacher, and I was on my phone, and I had a textbook, like, covering it, and then this kid that everyone hated named Caleb Franklin.
Oh,
Told the substitute.
cool.
Wow,
Shots
Portfolio
fired.
Yeah,
Franklin.
I hope he's listening to this because I hate you.
Oh my
And
God.
sorry, I don't like
Wow.
him. And he told the substitute, and then she came over to me and she started screaming, "Put the book down!" And I was like, "Oh my god!" And then she took my phone
Why'd you take your phone?
because
She
I
was
was
on
on
her
it.
phone
Oh,
during class. Your teacher.
I must have got sidetracked during that story.
Okay.
Did you put the book down?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the worst trouble you got in school.
It's Ella.
Yeah. I don't really get caught if I do anything bad.
Gotcha.
Alright, so I think this was in 7th or 8th grade. We had a sub in science, and like this one kid.
All good school stories.
Was this still Quest?
Start with we had a
Yeah,
sub.
this was at
Who was
Quest.
it?
I don't know, some sub. But we were in science, and like this one dude, I don't even remember his name. He's not even that important. He made my friend Mia cry. So like he had said something like so out of line. I was like, why? Why are you still talking? And he made her cry. So I got really upset at him. And obviously, as a good friend, I stuck up for her, and I continued to curse him out in front of the substitute teacher. And while I'm doing this, of course I'm mad, so I'm getting emotional, and I'm also crying, so I'm just, there's a lot happening.
So you're crying, Mia's crying.
Yeah, and I'm like cursing out this dude. I'm like throwing all types of like stuff like out in the open. And like I got to the point where I was just like so mad that I just walked out the classroom. I walked out the classroom and I took myself to the office because I was like, no one's gonna send me to the office. I'm gonna do it myself. So I go to the office and I sit down, and the dean is like, "You're literally suspended." Like she's like, "You have to go."
How long were you suspended for?
I was suspended for 1 day, but it wasn't that bad.
Was it Lindsay's class?
Yeah, it was Miss Lindsay's class, and like the next like day when she came back, she absolutely flamed our class. She was like, "I heard you guys got in so much trouble yesterday. What was going on?" Because like literally 3 people in that class got in-house suspension because we were all just cursing each other out. We were all like crying and causing a ruckus, like running out of class, like yelling in the halls. Like I was mad. I really went on a rampage.
Do all your schools have in-house suspension? I think in-house suspension is the stupidest
We
thing.
called it, I think, Star On
Yeah,
was
it was
our
Star On.
program.
Fancy.
No, it was ghetto.
I don't remember who it was.
Star on.
It was
yeah,
that dude.
because
He had a
we
stupid
still had to do
haircut.
like our homework,
Darius?
but we were like stuck.
It was like
Keys?
Alright, I think the worst trouble I got in school. Well, it's not like even me, it's like the whole class. But it was like 8th grade science, we had a sub. We were watching like this really
See,
boring.
it always starts with
It
a sub.
does start with a sub. But we were watching this really boring video. I don't think it was Bill Nye, because Bill Nye is actually entertaining.
That's the guy.
Bill Nye is the guy.
Science
But
guy.
the sub started falling asleep at the computer. So everybody at my table, we just decided, it's funny. So we like started taking like pink erasers. We tore him apart. We started throwing it at the sub.
Or man. Or woman.
He's falling asleep.
It was like this 80-year-old woman that's our sub, and like with a bunch of rowdy 8th graders, and I'm just like, all right. But we kept doing that, and it eventually got to the point where I think the dean came into the room, or I don't even know if they're deans anymore. But yeah, the dean came into the room, and he basically just yelled at us. And that's probably the most trouble I've gotten in at school.
And did someone stand up and be like, we wanted to see if she was alive? We just didn't want to touch her?
No, bro, the deans.
That's
The
harassment.
deans were scary. The deans were like, yeah, they were just like powerful.
Our
Not
dean was
really.
very scary. I haven't really got much trouble. The
Oh,
one
we
thing,
know.
the one thing I remember is we were in first grade,
Oh
and
my god, a first grade story.
I don't remember anything before or after that. I was trying to hold a chair over my head, and I think I hit somebody in the head with it.
You think?
Can we talk about how you just said you don't remember anything after first grade? Is that the extent of your life?
That explains so much.
I just remember little bits. I don't remember
You
like
turned 7 and it was over?
It's all the
I don't
brain
remember
damage
it.
from the hockey, yeah.
probably. I don't remember
So
anything
you
else.
got a chair over your head.
Yeah, and I think I dropped it on somebody's head.
And what was the consequence of that?
Were you one of those kids that used to flex that they could lift a chair?
He was. He still is.
He definitely was.
He still is. He has
Still
to prove
is.
that he's
Do you
better.
remember
Like
what happened?
the pull
I
up.
don't.
He's moved up to
I
tables
don't
now.
know. I think you were just moving a chair and like you were just being reckless and you were like holding it above your head, like not even like just like at the ends of like the legs, like not even like the middle of the legs to have like support. It was just like the ends, like just that tiny part. So he's like this, it's unbalanced, and he just like drops it on someone's head.
The fact that she remembers your random first grade story, I'm impressed by. Clearly, it was a moment for her. If she randomly remembers you dropping a chair on her
There's
head.
a lot of funny
No,
stories.
I just remembered that he was crying during ice cream social because they said that he couldn't have ice cream because he dropped a chair on someone's head.
Oh,
He was
that's
literally
the trouble
crying
already.
there.
That's the trouble. He
No
lost
ice
ice cream
cream.
social time.
I feel like I laughed at him. Like I
probably
that's,
did.
That's probably why I remember because I probably made fun of him for it. I was like, "What a loser! You
And
don't
now
get
in
ice
school,
cream."
You can't have ice cream anymore because it's not healthy for you. No more ice cream socials.
Poor Brady.
What level of school? Because I've got in trouble in all of them. Let's
Give
high
your-
school,
your
middle
best
school.
one.
Oh no, they're all pretty good. I'd say the most recent though, just a fight during PE.
With a sub?
No, actually, my normal teacher, who was absolutely messed, she used to play like D1 volleyball, and she's taller than me. She was like 6'2", probably heavier than me too, but like actually built. But anyways, we were playing Ultimate Frisbee. There was this kid on in my class, PE class, that I really didn't like, and he didn't like me for whatever reason. Like it was just one of those things, never really got along.
Was it Caleb Franklin?
No, it was Jacob somebody. I don't know. I was.
Last names don't matter. That's how worthless he is.
Yeah, he ain't worth it. But basically, our school, our PE program was like really bad because like all of our recreational money went to sports and stuff like that. Like we had really good sports programs. It was Chino Hills High, so like all the Ball brothers went there. A bunch of other things. Really good football program. But so I brought my own frisbee, and it was a really nice competition, Ultimate Frisbee. And this kid decides it's a good idea to just take it and stomp on it for whatever reason. And keep in mind, that's like a third grade thing to do, and he's doing it sophomore year of high school in PE. Like, come on, buddy. Needless to say, I got pissed after that, and he decided, I was already mad, and he decided to guard me after that whenever I play, and stuff got a little bit physical. And then I decided to guard him, and then he faked a shot or pass, whatever, and hit me over the head with the frisbee. And these frisbees are really hard. Like it actually hurt. And then I decked him, and Surfa, and then my big teacher came and bodied me. And yeah, we got separated. He had a nice black eye.
Did he go down?
Oh yeah, real hard.
Oh yeah.
It was clear winner of that. You just had to look at his face.
You guys assert dominance.
No, you just had to look at the guy's face.
Did he get up and try to square up, or he was down?
Oh no! So I left part out. I didn't just deck him and that was it. I hit him and then he was fighting back, and then I decked him again
And that's what he went
and
down.
clocked him, and yeah, it was a good old 3-hit fight. Me hitting him again, and then him hitting the ground.
A lot of hitting.
Just 3. Needless to say, went to the principal's office, had to leave school that day. Next day I had ALC, which was funny. So in our school, it's called Alternative Learning Center. And I had to be in an empty classroom with him and one other teacher for the entire school day.
Because that's effective.
Yeah, just him. It actually did work. We sort of became friends.
I
Like,
would
but
never.
it wasn't because like we liked each other. It was because, wow, this is so stupid. Why couldn't we save this for after school? So yeah, I guess in high school that was the biggest for me. I've been
He also left out that he brought him an ice pack the next day to make amends
not at all.
for his black eye.
Not at all. I've been expelled from quite a few other schools, younger, for fighting and leaving school.
How are you friends with Brady? You guys have polar opposite personalities.
I never knew this.
Honestly, he's pretty fun to hit on the ice. So
Yeah.
He's pretty fun to hit in general.
Yeah.
I agree.
His mom bought me lunch one time, so.
That's how you get friends. Your mom buys them lunch.
Yeah.
Well,
That's how she suckers them in.
well, Mama has to do everything for him. So. But anyways, that's enough about me. Yeah, I definitely have more stories, but yeah.
What about you, Mr. Chris?
Yeah, Mr.
The most trouble I've ever gotten into. So I have two. One I deserved, which was fair. But the one I got in the most trouble for, looking back at it as an adult, I probably should have got like expelled, but I didn't.
Did you deck a kid?
No, I've never been in like a real fight.
Yeah, it's Mr. Chris.
So the one I got in trouble for, we had a sub.
Oh, of course.
And so my high school had a courtyard in the middle of the school, and the building was built like a U. So no matter where you were on that one side of the building, you overlooked the courtyard, and on the other side of the building, you overlooked the athletic fields. So the courtyard was under construction. They had a fountain in the middle. At one point, they were taking the fountain out, and they were just turning it into like a sitting space.
Fancy.
So basically, the entire center of the school you couldn't access because there was construction going on there. So my English class looked over the courtyard, and I don't know why or whose idea it was. I don't think it was mine, but it could have been. We decided to take the chapter books, and I was in 7th grade, and frisbee them out the window at the construction people. It was hilarious for like the 5 minutes we were doing it, but no one in the group thought, and I don't know why we didn't think this, but no one in the group thought they would go inside and tell on us. For whatever reason, we just thought they'd get pissed off, and they would just take it. 7th grade way of thinking. So obviously, after like 3 of them got hit with books, one of them just went into the office and told the principal, and they came up, and we all got suspended for 3 days.
What was your teacher doing? Watching you throw books at these people?
I don't know what the sub was doing. Actually, I have no idea.
You know what? You do you
Clearly
guys.
not paying attention.
I'm just gonna type.
Was it like
I'm
a
not,
window
I
you
didn't
could
see
just
anything, I
open?
promise.
Yeah, there were huge windows, so
Oh.
literally you could frisbee it out there. It was
Maybe
it was
they-
good. It was
Maybe
good.
the sub didn't want you to throw books at them, so they were just like, I'm blind.
Can I say I'm
I
a big
pretend I
fan?
don't see.
I'm a big fan
It
of
was,
that.
it was hilarious. Now, although we got suspended for 3 days, we didn't have to pay for the books, which was the other thing I was worried about. Because let's go shoot, we threw a lot of books out there. But the most trouble I got in was senior year of high school. I was class president, and I decided over the summer to get a jump start because we had big ideas for prom, but we had no money. Our school was kind of poor. So I started collecting donations from local city businesses. I had a letter and everything that I typed up and whatnot. And like the first week of school, I brought a crap ton of donations into the school. And my teacher advisor was all happy and whatnot. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty awesome. 2 days later, I get called out to the principal's office. The principal is furious.
Was it stolen money?
No, it wasn't stolen. But the principal was like, you made a letter representing the school as a student
Oh.
to solicit businesses for donations.
You're like, yes, I did.
And I was like,
Yes, sir.
yeah. And he's like, you don't see a problem with that? I was like, no. I got a bunch of stuff.
Do you see all this
I
money?
go, we got like $800 in like stuff. Money, donations, gift cards, all this other stuff. I was like, for the senior class. And he's like, you realize that's illegal? You're not allowed to just use our name to go represent yourself and actually take things of value? And I was like, no. I was so confused. He's like, you should be expelled for this.
I got
I
you
was
money
like,
for prom.
I gave you all the stuff.
You're like,
though.
then give me my money back.
I was like, I didn't keep anything. And he's like, that's not the point. That's not the point. And like, he was just so upset about like what I could have done with it, but like I didn't do that. So he was enraged. The assistant principal was enraged. They had to call my parents in for like a whole thing. Like they almost stripped me of being class president. And I was like, okay, like because I got you. I didn't understand. I was very upset.
You still don't understand.
I still don't
You're
understand.
still
Well,
upset.
no, as an adult, I understand because if I did steal the stuff or anything, or like if they already had a relationship with a business and I ruined that relationship as a result, I get it as an adult. As a 17-year-old, actually I was 16 at the time, I had no idea.
As a senior? You were 16?
I graduated at 17. I was young. So my birthday's in September.
I graduated.
School
17.
starts the first week of September.
Hopefully.
I got in trouble the first week of school, so I was still 16.
Oh.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Did they keep the money for the prom?
Yeah, we still got to use all the stuff. So all like the gifts and stuff went to like the prom basket giveaways, and then all the money went towards the prom. So they didn't give anything back after all that. complaining. We kept all of it. So, whatever.
You're just like, why were you mad?
Yeah,
I got you money for prom.
So furious.
And
at
then
me.
they
I did your
used
job for
it,
you,
too.
so-
Yeah,
You're
and I
welcome.
still used it, so whatever. Alright, most trouble you've gotten in at home.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one. Okay, so I am a big impulse buyer. So like, if I just go on a shopping spree, I'll just do it. Just because my impulses were just like buy all this stuff. So I think I was around 7th grade. I was doing some shopping on Amazon, and then like, of course, when all this stuff comes in, like they're like, why? Where did this come from?
Question. When your boxes come in, do you open them? Or do you just put them to the side and be like, we're good?
Well, 2 people in this room do.
I opened them.
Some people at this table do not open their boxes.
Yeah, what's wrong with those people?
Yeah, but I had gotten in trouble because I had spent around 1.6K on stuff on
You
Amazon.
spent $1,600 on Amazon?
Yes, sir.
To buy what?
So during 7th grade, I was a cosplayer.
Oh my god.
I can't say I'm surprised.
So
Well,
that
that
stuff
is
gets
expensive.
pricey very quickly. Yes. So I'm buying all these costumes. I don't realize how much I'm spending. I'm like what, 12, 13.
You
I
should just like add it to the cart.
yeah. I'm just like buy now.
$300? What's that?
Look at that $16.
Wow,
Why is
this
there
is
2
this is actually very good price, and it's on Amazon Prime. Like I literally
2-day delivery.
like I was not worried. And then my dad he yelled at me. He was like, "Do you even realize what you're doing?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm being happy." And he was like,
Yeah.
"Where did you even get this money?"
It's yours.
No, it was actually my grandma's.
Oh my god, that's why no one knew. Grandmas don't check their bank balances.
I found this credit card in Grandma's wallet.
The numbers
Yeah,
are there.
but like everything's all good now. Like no one was mad. They were just like,
Because
why?
it wasn't their money, it was poor grandma's money.
Do you still have all the
Did
costumes?
they make you return the stuff?
They made me return most of it. Yeah, but I still have some of it.
Oh, well, I don't really get in that much trouble because I just get in trouble for like grades. But
How are your grades, by the way?
not good.
Terrible.
But
Trash.
okay. But this one time, me and Mara had a beach ball, and we were just throwing it at each other, and my mom got really mad because she thought it was gonna like break something.
The worst trouble you ever have been in at home is throwing a beach ball around
Well,
the house.
I mean, the only like I get my phone taken away a lot, but it's just because like I'll fail tests or something. But my mom grabbed a knife and she
Oh, this got better.
Did she stop the
no,
beach ball?
she just held it up to the beach ball and she was like, "I will stab it," and I was like, "Wow, okay." And then she like opened the air thing and tried to squeeze out the air, but nothing came out.
Oh, because that's one of those like weird
Yeah.
valves on it.
And me and Mara just started laughing, and then she got even more mad, and she was like, "Go to your room," and I was just like, "Okay."
You know the guy who invented that reverse valve is a millionaire?
Why?
Because
It's
all
cool.
inflatable products now use the reverse valve. So it's easier to put air into things.
How do you get it out?
You have to
Squeeze
pinch
it.
and it's,
Come on, Ella.
I've never used one.
Ella only inflates things. She never deflates things.
Okay.
They call her the inflator. That's really the most trouble you've ever been in.
I believe
Beach
it.
ball. Has your mom ever pulled the knife out for any other situations?
No.
And then, like, I will stab it.
I will stab you.
I will cut your pillow.
Oh, at home? Okay, so there's like this thing that I do when I'm in trouble. I can't stay serious. So like, I'll laugh, which makes things worse. And then they'll be like, "So you think that's funny?" And I'm like, "A little bit, yeah." And so that never really helps the situation at all.
I think that's like one of a parent's go-to lines.
Yeah.
Like, this is funny.
Yeah, and you're like, But,
And of course, it's awkward for you because they're only asking because you're smiling. And then because they're asking, you think it's funny they're asking.
yeah, so that whole situation's never good. But I always get in trouble But I think the most trouble that I've gotten into is when I threw Cree down the stairs one time because he was being annoying. And then he's sitting at the
How
bottom
old
of the
was he?
stairs. I think this was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Walk us through the entire
11.
story.
Did you just pick him up and throw him?
I'm not that strong. No, he was standing by the stairs and he was like, "You're so annoying." And I'm like, "Really? Really? Dude, say it again." So he did. So I pushed him down the stairs. And so he like fell and then he like rolled and hit the wall. And like it was so loud and my mom was taking a nap. And he's sitting at the bottom of the stairs crying. And my mom's like, "What did you do to him?" And I was like, "I threw him down the stairs." And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because he was being annoying." And she was like, "So?" And then I'm sitting here laughing, and she's like, "So you think it's funny?" I'm like, "Look at him. He's a complete mess. Yes, this is great." And then I got in trouble.
How many stairs are we talking?
Like 20. Oh,
How do you not know how many stairs you have? You don't count your stairs when you go up them?
I have
I did at the old house.
See? Yeah, how many stairs do you have?
16.
You guys have stairs? How many stairs do you have?
I can't remember the exact number, but I would do the 1, 2.
You're like
the-
7.
I would do the alphabet at my old house, so I
See?
got to R.
People count stairs.
I know
That's a
it is,
thing.
yeah.
It's a real thing. Do you have stairs?
No.
There was like this TikTok thing where you would like on beat you would go down your
Yeah,
stairs
that's
and you
how
would
I know.
end at your like
Because
at the bottom of
mine
your
was-
stairs.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I count stairs.
How many stairs do you have?
I have 11 stairs, and then I have 17 stairs to my classroom.
How many stairs do you have?
I count stairs. It's
Oh,
weird.
I have a
jeez.
1-story house.
But,
You've been there.
I know.
But he has 8 stairs to his tree house, which you're not invited to.
There's 17 stairs at my school, like on the flights.
You count
we
stairs.
had too many stairs.
Oh, I don't
Stairs
count
at
them. I just remembered like by taking a mental picture of the stairs and counting them in my head.
Oh, that's weird.
That's impressive.
That is also
Thank
impressive. When you say you threw him down the stairs, are we talking top landing to bottom landing? Like he went all the way? There was no like.
Did he like
There
roll?
was no like he fell down 3 stairs and got upset and
Okay.
walked down the rest of them.
Was it like one of those slow mo like?
So you know, like, okay, so we had like 20 stairs, and then we have like the big stair thing, and then we have another one, and then it goes down. So he ran into the wall, and then he fell down the other stairs too. So that was great. He's sitting there crying, and I can look at him over the rail, and then yeah. And then my mom was like, "You could have killed him," and I
The
was
day
like,
you
"Yeah,
get
but it
thro-
didn't happen."
The day
so
you get thrown down the stairs, your mom's just gonna laugh at you.
I
I'm
got
surprised she
thrown
didn't
down.
throw you down the stairs after.
Yeah.
She should have threw you over
And
the
she was
rail.
just like, "You're right, it is funny."
I'm just slowly like backing up. Like,
And now he's laughing and crying because you got thrown down the stairs. You're
That-
crying.
that'd have been great. I wouldn't have cried. I think I would have been like, "Okay, I see you," and then
I
I
think
probably
you
would
would
have
have been shocked
left.
if your mom threw you down the stairs.
That seems completely like something she would do. Like I wouldn't be that surprised. I'd be like, okay. But yeah, she told me that Cree was Cree was her favorite.
Oh.
And she was like,
Well,
"This is why he's my favorite."
He's my favorite too. So
You know what, Chris?
what?
You don't have to deal with him.
That's why he's my favorite. I have to deal with you.
Damn.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
Brady, most trouble you've ever been in?
I don't know. Just probably like when me and my mom are talking, and she's like, "Don't talk back," but we're just having a normal conversation, and then I get yelled at for talking back. But I'm just trying to talk.
So you disagreed with your mom?
Yeah.
That's
Every
the
time
most
we're on
trouble.
FaceTime, Brady's mom yells at him for being past his bedtime.
Yep.
Don't look at me like that.
Brady, why have you ever talked to your mom about your bedtime? You try to
No.
negotiate your bedtime?
what time is your bedtime, Brady?
2 p.m.
7
7.
on a school night when you don't do your schoolwork.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Not
Brady.
even.
I have to
7.
text, buddy.
That's worse than me.
That is.
Your bedtime is 7 o'clock on a school night?
He's like, no,
Brady.
no.
Brady.
No,
Or sorry, he
Then what
can't
is
play
it?
games after 7.
that was like a long time ago.
It was like
That
2
was like
months.
last
It was
month.
like a
Let
month.
me. I want to see those texts after.
So what's your actual bedtime? 10? 9? 8?
Probably something like
11.
around 10.
Gotcha. And
On a
gives-
weekend?
Mom gives you a hard time if you're on your FaceTime
I just
after?
hear his mom
I'm just
yelling.
loud apparently because our room's like 5 feet apart.
And you're loud.
And you're loud.
Yeah.
Alright, Josh.
I'll say I don't really get too much trouble at home. But I'd say the most recent one was, or at least in California. Here I get in trouble all the time. Me and my dad don't get along too well. But I tried to sneak a girl in at like 1 a.m. And Apparently, that's frowned upon in my house.
He's the new Ricky.
And
So who do you live with, mom or dad?
here, Dad. Yeah.
Did he hear you try to do it?
No.
Oh, so mom
Here it's
frowned
fine.
upon it.
Yeah. This is like 2 years ago though.
Okay.
I got in big trouble with that. I think that's the last time I got grounded. Honestly.
So now you gotta walk us through the situation. At what point did mom realize you either tried to or did sneak a girl into the house?
Well, it was like 1 a.m. and I had to turn off the alarm, and I forgot. So we have a console downstairs, right? But I learned they also have one upstairs in their bedroom. So when you disable it downstairs, it beeps at them in the bedroom, and they're like, "Why is our alarm beeping at us at 1 a.m. and waking us up?" So I wake up to both my parents waiting at the door while I go grab the chick and try to bring her in the back, and they're sitting there.
So she never got into the house?
Oh no, she got in. She just didn't make it upstairs.
She just didn't make it past the door.
Well,
Yeah.
what do we have here?
She just didn't make it upstairs from her, and yeah.
Did she just bolt? She was just like, oh.
Well, we took her back to her house.
Oh, what
And,
nice parents. Bringing the girl home.
Yeah, and then I was grounded for I think ended up being like it was supposed to be a week. Ended up being like 3 days, and I was still able to go out that weekend.
Did they knock on the girl's door at 1 a.m.
No,
to ruin her life as well?
no.
Aw, that's nice of them.
Yeah, kind of.
My parents would have knocked on her door. Guess what your daughter did?
There you go.
No,
Gatekeeper.
we just sort of dropped her off. It was
Just bye.
like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
So she knows how to sneak out. You just don't know how to sneak people in.
Well, he was good except for the double alarm situation.
Yeah, I actually
If
had
that
it all
panel's
planned
not
out.
upstairs, he's golden.
And
The
it worked
alarm
before we had an alarm. It just happened that night they actually set it, which like never happens.
Oh.
But
They just knew.
They knew. They knew.
They just
Yeah.
felt something.
it's
My
not like
alarm
I'm.
is so annoying. Like, I'll go to disarm it, right? Trying to be quiet, and then it'll be like, alarm, unarmed.
Oh, it
and
talks
I'm
to
like,
you?
seriously?
Yeah,
It's like when you try to get
So,
a
like,
snack at
having
night and you
this
just go downstairs, you have
It's
to
the
quietly
same thing
open the
how I
packaging.
was.
If you're trying to make something, just quietly open the packaging.
No, I'll be
Yeah, that's
loud.
most
No.
recent. I mean, I've done
When
stupid
I'm-
stuff when I was young, like ruin the house, but that's most recent.
When I was in middle school, we had an alarm, and they wouldn't give me the code. That I snuck out once, and they knew I snuck out, but they couldn't prove it. So I just went with I didn't do it because they couldn't prove it, and they already told me they couldn't prove it. So I was like in my head like, well, you screwed yourself.
I won.
I know you have no proof of this, but because they thought I snuck out, which they were right, they changed the alarm code and didn't give it to me. So then when I needed to go downstairs for stuff, because normally if I went downstairs to the kitchen to get something to eat, I would just disable the alarm, go back upstairs, re-enable it, and there was only one thing downstairs.
Well, you have to
Lucky.
unenable your alarm to get to the kitchen.
Because there's a
Motion
motion
sensor,
sensor
yeah.
in the dining room.
Oh.
And
You
have to
didn't
go
set
through
it
the dining
on
room
stay?
to get the kitchen.
Can't you just set it on stay?
But they didn't. Because if someone broke in downstairs, they wanted to know before they made it upstairs. I guess in theory it makes sense. It wouldn't have pets or anything. So
Oh,
nothing
okay.
was
I
gonna
was like-
set it off.
My state
unless
never
someone was in
like
the
goes
house.
off.
But what I learned was that in the dining room, it's like in the corner of the wall. But what I learned was the motion sensor doesn't go ceiling to ground. It goes like ceiling to halfway down. So if you army crawl across the dining room floor, you never set it off. So flashback to 6th grade me, army crawling through the dining room when I want to get late night snacks to not set off the alarm.
When I make things at like night in the kitchen, I just like go to the bathroom to open up all the packages. Like I'll go to like the completely different side of the house to my parents, because like my house is set up like the kitchen is here, and then my parents are like on that side of the kitchen, and then I'm on the other side of the kitchen. So like if I'm making like ramen at like 2 a.m. or something, I take the ramen package and I open it inside of my room so they can't hear it, because if they hear it, I'm in trouble because I'm up at 2 a.m. And like then they're gonna make me cook something for them because I woke them up. It's an inconvenience to them, and I don't like cooking for people. I don't like doing things for people in general.
Are we
like,
talking bag ramen or cup ramen?
If you're opening a package,
The cups come in packages.
Yeah, they do.
they're little
We're never talking
Deeper,
about
just-
ramen again. Drop the subject.
Well,
Drop,
answer the question
we're
first.
taking the subject.
Was it
No,
bad
we're
ramen?
dropping
You
the
make
subject.
ramen in the
Sounds like it
microwave,
was
you
bad
can't
ramen.
talk.
Okay, you can't even talk. You literally make ramen in the microwave.
So?
That's not normal.
That's
We're asking a
just
question
drop
here.
drop the ramen.
I noticed you want to acknowledge that it was bag ramen. It was bag ramen, wasn't it? It was a little seasoning sodium packet? Yes,
Yeah,
it
well,
was.
definitely it wasn't like Japanese styled ramen.
Was it creamy chicken?
No, it was Korean styled ramen.
Oh.
It's still fancy package ramen.
It's
the
the
one
one.
that's not like 10 for $1.
It's the one where like the noodles are in like a circle shape and like
Oh,
it's
I've
like
never
really
seen that one.
spicy and like if you pour like even like 1/8 of the package in, you should probably pray for your guts.
Oh, I get the 10 for $1 one.
Of course.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Then you make them in the microwave.
Right, that's a good
And then
stuff.
you take the box too, right? Like
box?
like the big box that it comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Alright.
Oh, the most trouble I've ever been in. So we need to go back a little bit. So this was my freshman year. It was the second semester, and I made this friend. His name was Chris.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't you. But, you know, I've always wanted to, like, ride a motorcycle. Chris had a dirt bike. So I went over.
Which is almost like a motorcycle.
Yeah, man, it's a motorcycle. But, well, I had my dad, because we wanted to hang out. So I had my dad take me over to Chris's house with, like, my mountain bike. Because we were going to go ride, and then he was going to teach me how to ride a dirt bike. Like, my dad knows that my dad wanted to be there whenever I was riding the dirt bike. Because he has, like, a motorcycle license or whatever, so he would, like, teach me. But I decided to ride the dirt bike without supervision.
Okay.
Luckily, I did have a motorcycle jacket and helmet, or else.
Mhm.
But it's a 2-stroke dirt bike. So if you don't know what that means, once you get up to like a certain number of RPMs, there's like a thing, it's called a power band, and it's an extra boost. So I was riding down the street, I was doing fine, and, I got a little scared. So I tried to grab the brake, but my hand went back on the throttle, opened the throttle. I hit the power band, I did a wheelie, and I ran into a wall.
Oh my god.
That explains a
And-
lot.
And I got knocked out. But,
You're just unconscious.
yeah, and then I remember I woke up, and, I was just chilling. I was like, oh, my leg's stuck on this dirt bike. What happened? Like,
So
my
where's your
jeans
friend?
are caught in there. He's running over.
More concerned
He's just
for you
running-
or his bike.
The bike.
For the bike.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was trying to get my leg. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my leg unstuck. And then I try to get up, and my knee just
Did you
collapses.
break it?
I didn't break my knee, but like I couldn't walk. I tried to walk, and I was like, my knee is broken. So we had to go to the ER at the Centennial Hills ER. Never go there again. Worst service of my life. They gave me a couple stitches. Boom, got good to go. And then they gave me an X-ray, but like they couldn't tell what's wrong. So I had to go get
Worst ER ever.
Yes, and then I went and got an MRI at like a orthopedic surgeon specialty, and I tore my ACL and my MCL and my meniscus. And let's just say,
Isn't that a
Mom
flower?
was not happy.
No.
My life was gone for a good 6 months.
Well, yeah, because you were recovering.
I did get I did get like sympathy though because I was crippled. But I remember going on spring break vacation, and we bought a wheelchair. And I would
Was that sympathy or was that them making fun of you?
no, we did this to myself. But I remember because I was bored. I couldn't do anything. I'm crippled. I have crutches or a wheelchair, and of course we're at the beach,
Of course.
so I can't do anything.
Stuck in the sand.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But we bring our bikes everywhere. So I had my brother. I was like, "Yo, I have like this bungee cord. So we're gonna get to the
Nice.
frame of the wheelchair, and you're gonna tow me around in my wheelchair on your bike." And I had
Did he
to
do
turn.
it?
Yeah, I had to turn a little too hard, so the wheelchair tipped, and I just died. It was funny, but it was bad. I wasn't allowed out of the trailer after that. It was,
Did you yell that again?
yeah,
Wow.
it
Gotta
was
love
funny
that.
though.
Did everyone share their stories?
Do you only have one sibling?
Yeah.
Most trouble I ever got into, I was 11.
Was it when you exposed your stepdad?
No, but I'm sure she was angry about that. But I don't talk to her, so I don't know
Your
exactly how angry she was.
You
Yeah.
didn't talk to your mom?
I don't talk to my mom.
I wish I had that choice.
You will when you get older.
Yeah.
But your mom's a nice lady. I was 13, and have you ever seen the play croquet sets?
Yeah.
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 So my little brother and I were having a croquet sword fight, and
It's like those kind of mallet
Mallets.
things,
it's
right?
like a mallet,
yeah.
right? So they're flat,
Tiny sledgehammer.
or if they were created properly, they should have been flat. But sometimes when they make these plastic toys, the what do you call it? Where they seal them together. What do you call that line?
We don't know.
The seam.
Well,
The seam, yeah.
Oh.
So sometimes when they make the plastic toys, the seam isn't properly smooth, and there's like a piece, like a sharp piece of plastic, right? So unfortunately, the mallet that I had, the seam was not properly put together. So when I dodged my brother's swing and I to the forehead, the seam caught him here and sliced him down to here.
Oh,
Oh.
And he was just gushing blood everywhere.
You're like, haha, I won.
like in your house or what?
Oh, in my house. He was bleeding everywhere.
Was it carpet?
Everywhere. Carpet.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's like, so I was 13, so he was like 9
Oh,
or 8, somewhere around there. So I'm freaking out, not because he's hurt,
But
I'm
because
like,
you're gonna
I'm
get
gonna get in trouble
blamed.
for this nonsense. So I'm trying to get him like off the carpet because I'm thinking I need to clean this, and I would rather you bleed on the floor and not on the carpet. But he's being dramatic because he's bleeding everywhere, and he doesn't want to get off the carpet. So like he's like sunken into this heap of like emotional goo, and he's just bleeding all over himself, and I'm freaking out because he won't get off the carpet.
Where are your parents?
They were downstairs or something.
They
you were
didn't hear
upstairs?
this?
We fought a lot.
And they didn't hear him screaming for his life?
So I'm sure they did.
Like, shut up, stop bleeding!
Eventually she came up, but in the moments in which she didn't come up, and I was trying to get him into the bathroom where there wasn't carpet, and he refused to move, so now I'm screaming at him for not getting up. That's probably what mother heard. So she came upstairs, and she was not happy. But I didn't get in trouble until he came back from the hospital.
Do you have to get stitches?
He got like 8 stitches or something. So they came back from the hospital, and apparently, and this was a dick move, at the hospital she called stepdad.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's the favorite kid, right?
Who's?
The
Yeah, my
brother.
brother was the favorite.
Yeah.
So stepdad comes home first,
Oh.
and I wasn't expecting him home that evening because he's a truck driver. So sometimes he just doesn't come home, which is a great thing. So he rolls in that evening. I'm like, oh god.
Better hide.
Yeah. So that was a whole thing, and of course he took it all personally. Like I was like trying to bust my brother open. And I was like, and my mom got home. She was all upset, and at that point it's like hours later. So in my mind, my 13-year-old mind, I'm like, why are we still so elevated about this? Like it happened, yes. Clearly it was an accident. Like I didn't mean to bust his head open. Like why are we still so angry hours later about it? Because I'm over it.
So does he have a scar? Like,
Yeah, he actually has 2. Because the first one he got when he was like 4. He was running through the house, and we lived in an older house then, and we had like big radiators where the heat came out, and he fell into the radiator and gashed his head open. So mine was like right next to his original scar.
like a game of tic-tac-toe.
Literally.
poor kid. Do you still talk to him? No?
No. But as I was getting screamed and yelled at, I explained to Mom that when he gets older, he has a great story to tell because he has 2 scars. And girls always want to know where the scars come from. So I was like, he has 2 great stories he can tell. She didn't see my side of that.
You know, he could be pulling girls right now because of the stories.
Oh, he's not.
The
He's not.
traumatic childhood.
Absolutely not.
In the long term, you actually
He
became
got
a
really
favorite.
fat. He has like 3 kids now.
Oh,
Shade.
Well, he had to pull one
sounds
girl
like
then.
stepdad.
He did. Well, he pulled one at 16 because that was his first.
Oh,
And then
right.
apparently having a kid at 16 wasn't enough of like a real life reminder of him. So he had another one at 17.
Oh, jeez.
And then I think
Gotta
his
love that.
current girlfriend is pregnant now. But he's in like his
So you keep up with his life.
mid-20s. I like to know things. You can't judge me for that.
Venus does
All
that.
you do is stalk people on social media.
We're not bringing me into this right
Oh,
now.
but we are.
I'm gonna get stalked.
You've already
You've
got
already
it.
got it.
Yeah.
I hate. Yeah.
Venus didn't even stalk me. She stalked my brother.
You weren't tagged in
So it
anything
gets to
good.
She's
Yeah.
gonna find you.
Yeah.
Plus, I
Give
could find
Venus
a weird
5
picture of
minutes,
him
and she will
say
find
it's you.
anyone you need to look
Listen, the
up.
weirdest thing about Venus is when she like goes to your next circle or your third circle, and she brings up in conversation.
How do you
so
know
she's
this?
like, so I saw your cousin got a new puppy, and you're just like, how the hell do you know my cousin? And she's like, oh, I saw it on Instagram. How, what?
Again, how do you know my cousin?
Because she doesn't just stalk you; she other stalks interesting people you relate to on social media.
So you find anything interesting about me, or
No, you were pretty boring.
There's absolutely
Actually,
nothing
not gonna
interesting
lie.
about me.
Everything was hockey. I was just like, okay, next.
Go figure. These two.
I know.
Yeah,
Brady
I'm
was
good at it.
He's easy to make fun of, though. I don't know anything about this guy to make fun of him yet.
there will be nothing.
He's giving me a jersey, so we're cool so far.
Brought up to pay him for it.
For now.
For now.
Yeah.
He didn't tell you that part. It's not full free.
$100.
Yeah, I didn't say it was for free.
It's gonna be $5 more than he paid for it.
And then he didn't open it
That's
months
right.
later.
So you know it's pristine.
Pristine condition, yeah. I actually should bump it up to 10 more.
You should.
Yeah.
Just make
Because
it
you're,
a
gonna, you're gonna deliver it to her too. So that's another 5.
Shipping is
Don't
in.
be
Shipping.
don't-
He's gonna handle it
You have to
carefully.
pay the processing fee.
Service fee?
And gas fee.
And a storage fee
Oh,
because
oh
you
my
kept the safe all these
goodness.
months.
Yeah.
It's now worth $20 more.
That's great. Love that.
All
Or
right.
Chick-fil-A.
Final thoughts,
Chick-fil-A.
Venus.
About what?
Anything.
Oh. I'm not a stalker, guys, I
Yes, you
promise.
are.
That's a lie.
That's a
No,
lie.
you're definitely a stalker.
You're such a stalker.
You even admit to it. That's the worst part about it.
Okay, that's worse than like lying about it. Like
But
I just
you're
did.
in all fairness though, you're good at it
I know.
because
That's scary.
You know how many
No,
times
she
I've
is
gotten
good
in
at it,
trouble
though.
for it?
She can give her 5 minutes. She will find anyone, and it's creepy.
I really will. Like, I got in trouble for it the year of 2018 at summer camp because of person. And then in 2019, I got in trouble again.
She just remembers this too.
and then in 2020 she got in trouble again.
Okay, but that was bigger trouble. I got, like, booted.
3 times.
But,
She's going to jail
yeah.
this year.
And then in 2017, when me and Layla were looking at one of the staff's Instagrams, which wasn't private, and we found out they were a stripper, that was interesting. Our
In all
poor little
fairness, that was on them.
10-year-old eyes.
They should not have done that.
But
Final
yeah.
thoughts, Zach?
Well, this is fun, you know.
That's all you got?
Almost breaking his knee on the motorcycle.
It's not breaking
Oh.
my knee. It's tearing a ligament. Different.
Yeah, idiot.
So it's
Yeah,
basically
duh.
And then rolling off a
Don't
wheelchair
even know
after being
anatomies.
hooked up to a bike.
How embarrassing.
It's fun.
What did you do in biology class? Not pay attention?
Nope.
Fail.
Talk about
Yeah,
lies.
let's look at those grades, Brady.
It's okay, I didn't do anything in biology either. My
you
teacher,
pass?
yes.
Did you figure out what book you're reading for English yet?
Yes.
What's it called?
It's called Things Fall Apart.
Great.
I've only read chapter 11.
Because 2 weeks ago you had no idea what you were reading. But yet you were still
Wait, you
almost
started in the
passing
middle of the
quizzes.
book?
Well, so, you see, we have a schedule for reading it, but I'm that type of person that doesn't really like to follow a schedule, so I just do what I want to do. But we happen to have this very important assessment for chapter 11, so I just read chapter 11, in hopes that I'd understand enough of the book to pass.
There you go. Did you pass it?
I have no idea. It's like it was in the form of a story, so I wrote a poem because we have to write it as a point of view as one of the characters.
And poetry is very abstract, so you can be like, I'm sorry you didn't get it.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, you're just
Idiot.
you're just like not on my level.
Remember for poetry? Remember Mr. James's class? We had like that in the 4 classrooms.
Yeah,
Remember when we had that book? We had to write a poem. We all had we had submitted our own poem, and it's like in some book now.
Yeah.
Of poetry.
I thought there was going to be more to this
No.
Yeah.
story.
That was
That's it.
lame.
You were really hyping me up there.
remember in Mr. James' class we used to like listen to songs and then we'd have to interpret the lyrics and then like
He was our
write
PE
it
teacher
down.
too, but he was an English teacher.
That's the best combo, English and PE right
It
there.
wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Final thoughts, Brady?
I don't know.
You never know.
I don't.
Why don't you ever have a final thought for our listeners?
Do you stalk
Because
people?
he's boring.
No, I'm not creepy like you.
I'm not creepy.
How's your love
I'm
life going?
talented.
What?
Amazing.
Really?
That doesn't
Yeah.
sound very
Skinny
positive.
girl.
What does that mean?
His
I don't
bond
know.
between him and his mom, or ungrateful.
Smooth.
Do you like any girls on your hockey team?
No.
Not
What
yet.
about Zoe?
No.
What?
She's the best player, right?
No.
No? None of them?
There's too many Zoes.
Right.
Alright. There are two.
Oh,
many
I'm so
Zoes.
Should
sorry.
I
was like,
change
I'm
my
sorry,
name?
what?
Should I change my name
You
just
should
like
not.
just for the podcast so then we don't get confused with all these Zoes?
We'll call you Z.
Yeah, that's it. No, but
Josh.
it's not Z, it's Z.
Brady's still Brady.
Zeh.
And,
You can't change Brady.
We tried.
yeah.
We know.
We've worked on it.
He was way
Zero
worse when we found
progress.
him.
Yeah.
Nothing's been accomplished.
You can do a pull up now.
No,
Not
we can't.
barely.
There's no way.
You still better than running
With
into
a
the
jump
wall.
start?
Okay. Yeah.
Eh.
You ran into
No.
the wall the first time.
It's worse when he does the jump start. His body goes forward. It's a whole thing.
Swing into a wall and then hit
Tell you
my
about it
head.
later. Ella?
I'm kind of hungry.
Same.
Same.
How's your love life going?
I don't know.
I have jello in my bag.
I have commitment issues.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of boring. For those of you who don't know, Dylan's recording us today.
Hello.
Hi, Dylan.
Dylan, how's your life going?
Yeah, okay.
That's all you got for us?
It's
It's all right.
okay. It's not pristine quality.
You say it's not pristine quality?
Literally.
Not like this video.
Lightly used.
It's used sparingly.
I'm free on February 14th.
Oh.
All right. Thank you for listening to the Teens Explain All podcast. Be sure to check us out on Instagram, TikTok. What else have you on? Is that it?
Twitter.
YouTube.
Tweeter.
Our Twitter sucks. Don't check us out on Twitter.
I'm
Alright.
actually IP banned on Twitter.
So you can't check us out.
Oh, and Spotify.